Some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the political, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo, la mo to dodo. Mayegun la wa mo, la mo to dodo.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. As usual, we are not starting late today. So yeah, take your time, read the caption of the broadcast, the description of this broadcast, share it, like it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, your frenemies, and tell them that Mayegun today, we are starting again. By the time that Tinubu is done with Nigeria, a lot of you will look back, indeed, and you will call Boko Haram and his own jihadist criminals, you will call them saints when Kolu is done with you.
Facebook. And yes, you like.
Tinubu's boys have just secured a multi-billion naira rail contract without having any single experience in construction of rail line. Where's PV boys? Oh? Also tonight, which is going to be like a catch-up, by the way, we said after Tinubu lifted the sanctions on Niger Republic, he also announced that he was opening the border. The border. But Niger Republic has responded. They're not born you well. No, we do not open our border to Nigerians. Now, today. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. So the chronicles of Mayegun that continues to remind you why Nigeria never worked. Nigeria is not working, and Nigeria will never work. You see, when what criminals are, what those in charge of your government are doing is so contrary to what they are telling you. So therefore, if you are expecting them or taking them for their words, like, oh, we're going to do this, or we're going to do that, beyond those words, look at their actions. These guys are those who are bringing up ideas of projects, fraud. And they are also those awarding, valuing the project and awarding the contracts. And they are also the contractors. Sure, you get, it's like they are everything. And at the end of the day, if for example, which is what happens all the time, right? For example, the project is not done or any contract is not done, you would expect the government to go after the people they gave the contract to, only to find out that the criminal politicians gave the contract to themselves through fake companies that they open all over the world. Majority of them are used for money laundering. And the way they launder their money is by opening foreign businesses. Sometimes they have friends. In fact, most times they have friends in the countries where this Nigeria fraud is going to be diverted there too. So let me explain that to some of you who probably needs to know. Okay. So the easiest way that the Nigerian criminal politicians, public office holders have been using to loot their people, okay, and then take the money out, leave their people with nothing. And that's why Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world today. So the way they do it is they can be here, they can come to the UK, for example, like these guys who Tinubu just gave this job to, okay? So they can come to the UK and they'll look for, whoever has a British passport, whether you are a Nigerian, whether you are Jamaican, whether you are Angolan, whether you are British, it doesn't really matter. If you have a British passport, okay, so you can help them open up a company. That is something you can do online. Within 5 minutes, you have registered a company in the UK. Then you set up the, you set up who are your directors and the rest of them. The purpose, primarily when they set up companies here in the UK, is not really to operate in the UK because these guys don't create wealth. They are a bunch of thieves. However, once they get the company set up, definitely they will have the company bank account and that. Then they put it on the shelf. That is, they put it on hold. They wait for the time that it will be useful in Nigeria, okay? And most of the time, they don't go for big contracts. They go for some smaller contracts with big sums. They are there inside your budget. You don't see those companies. They are their companies. But here is what Tinubu has pulled off. Somebody did say something that I would like to sort of pull up, okay? Here. Somebody said that if you know the Tinubu's political banditry, I'm going to start with this, okay? And this is a tweet by this Twitter. Said, the thing with Jagabanditry is that his core philosophy is to accumulate wealth and power on a generational level. So if you empower him for 4 years, it's the same as surrendering all your economic power in your country for 24 years. Don't take my word for it, okay? Ask Lagosians. Here's another tweet from this individual. Again, don't take my word for it. Ask anybody doing business in Lagos. Every single important business opportunity will have a nexus requiring you to go and kiss the ring of the boss or a proxy. That is what you sign up for when you empower Jagabandits. Don't say you weren't told. Yeah, say Buharidins are locusts that ravaged Nigeria for 8 years, but after 8 years, you will never hear of them again. Gage crew made money for 6 years, then disappeared from the scene. Jaga bandits will never disappear. They are permanent. Ask Lagosians. You know why I had to say all this is that, they tell you, he built Lagos. He built Lagos in your dream, but he did actually build some career criminals, like the former speaker of Lagos State, Ikuforiji. You know him. Before this Obasa came to be another criminal who is also a thief, right? Under investigation. So, yes, Ikuforiji is the owner of the company that signed an MOU with the Nigerian government. That is the Nigerian minister on the left. You see that on your screen? The picture on your screen right now is Alkali is the minister of transport in Nigeria that awarded contract of over 200 billion naira by the time they are ready, okay? Over 200 billion. They signed an MOU with them to go and do the cost estimates of constructing Abuja to Portharcourt Railway, okay? Now, this is a company that is registered as what do you call it? Train construction company. But here are the four Nigerian, the ones from Nigeria. There are 6. Owners of the company are 6. Ekuforiji, Adeyemi Sabitun, that is the former speaker. The next is Oshinowo Da Costa, okay? Oshinowo Da Costa, Mudashir Oriyomi Badamoshi, Ekuforiji, Adeyemi, okay, that's the first one anyway. But others, by the way, others are, from what we gathered, right? They are, Jason Andrew, Oshinowo, I've mentioned that one, Oshinowo Da Costa, then another Oshinowo, Olubode Said, and Smith David Neal. Now, you see, the two, who I believe that, like, they are like the Britons, right? So the two Britons that are on that, in that company's director and all that, they are, where's the first one? The first one is Smith Adeyemi. Sorry, no. It's actually Smith David Neal. And the other one is, I'm going to go pick that up. One sec. Well, I'll leave it at Neal. So there were 2. Okay. So these 2 guys are those who, plus 4 Nigerians, okay, including the former speaker, were those who started this company. And since the year they started the company in the UK, registered the company in the UK, their total assets, both money in the bank and then the physical asset is put at £100. That's what the company house put it at, £100. So there is actually a clip I needed to put on for you, but don't worry, I'll get that back on. So they have now been awarded the contract for construction of God knows how many kilometers between Port Harcourt, River State to Abuja. So a company that is not into any construction at all. Now, immediately that popped out. Ekuforiji quickly just did, just sent in his online registration yesterday to the company house in the UK that, okay, I'm no longer part of it. If that is the reason why everybody is going to be talking and all that. But we've already seen what we want to see. And more and more and more like this. You see, there is never going to be any Portharcourt-Abuja railway. Look at me very well. There will never be any Abuja-Portharcourt railway from these guys because there's no plan for it. But yeah, they can make you believe that they are about to start it. Because what they do is that as the front, like the proxies, all right? Tinubu's political empire is built on the loyalty from career criminals that he actually made like this, okay? They are trained well. They will take over your judiciary if they haven't already. They will take over your, every sector of your, critical sector of your existence. They will be taken over. And taking them over is not because they want to do anything better with it. No. It is going to then be turned over to the emperor himself. And this is part of it. So those of you who are from River State, now you have read about the company called MPH Rail Development Limited. That is the name. MPH. Rail Development Limited. That has never constructed a single rail track ever. And from all the directors there, right? This is a company that has no single engineer as a team, as part of their team. They have no single office here in the UK that you can say, okay, this is their office, these are their staffs. UK has trains all over the place. We have trains, we have subways and all that, the metros, right? Now, this company, supposed the Kuforiji SPV company, one of Tinubu's SPV companies, registered in the UK, right, is here, and it has never, ever even participated in rail or rail track maintenance. Like, even if you are not building rail or train line, right? At least maybe you are in that business. You are part of those who are like maintaining our train tracks in the UK. You can say, oh, that's coming from their experience. It's purely an SPV vehicle, special purpose vehicle, a conduit avenue. And there are tens of thousands of them who are already plugged into your system. And as time grows, right, they will eventually, it's going to happen. I just thought I should tell you, in case if you have no idea what this means. Okay? It simply means that you are going to be hearing that a certain project has been paid for, and you will be seeing on their own different platforms saying they have been completed. And you will be there and say, where? I live in this area. How can they say they have completed this block of hospitals or whatever when we do not even have anything here? Now, you are going to live by that propaganda. You get what I mean? Like, you will sit down, they will be telling you what they have done, and you'll be asking yourself, how? How did I not know that? When did they do that? And they're not born you well to complain. I say, but I lie you, if you dare, you will be considered an enemy of state. You see, what is the dark cloud that is currently hovering over Nigeria? Word of mouth can't really explain it. But you are going to be seeing this brazen impunity, corruption in the open, like no hiding place, nothing, not afraid of anything. Okay? But pointing them out to you all the time will keep reminding you, especially those of you who somehow believe that these guys indeed have something to really offer. I don't think you do believe that, but there are those who do, right? Now, for them, it is always going to be a daily, everyday reminder. It's not what they say that they are doing, right? And according to Kolu, all of you should get ready.
I've kept many of you hungry. We have just started. Not only you, but your grandchildren. Be ready. All of you.
All of you. So right now, so those of you who are probably following it, okay? So you might, as a typical Nigerian, okay, you probably would believe that it doesn't really matter. You know now. It doesn't matter. They must have done their investigation. What if they hire people? Because that's what they would do. So that it can look real. It can look like, okay, yeah, it's real. And what does it take them? Just bring in Neil and the other guy. Bring them to Nigeria, okay? Put a helmet on their heads and make them look, look around and pretend that they actually surveilling the whole place to build you rail track. And then they go back to Abuja, get paid, and disappear. Ikuforiji is a thief. And just like every one of those who are, you know what people say, that you cannot, if you are not a thief, a career criminal, you can never have a place inside APC. It's impossible. You see, if you are somebody who claim not to be a thief, somebody who is just being patriotic, and then you are inside the APC, you can continue to lie to yourself. You need to be a criminal, okay? Your criminality is the only requirement that you need to be able to exist or function within that APC court, okay? Like, this is for real. And for those of you who probably are not too aware of this, well, you are welcome, okay? So you need to be a criminal, a very, very ardent criminal. You see this Ikuforiji guy, he became the speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly just around the 2005, just about 2 years before Tinubu's second term ended as governor. And within that time, he was the speaker until, I believe, 2015. So, before he got removed and then another person came on, okay? So he's been accused of stealing over 7 billion. He denied it, continued to deny it. But this money, they were money that he single-handedly, right, allocated to himself and unable to account for. 7 billion. Speaker of House of Assembly, lawmaker. Like, how did they even like gain access to such money? Who paid them? If the executive are those who releases money to these other people, right? So how does all these criminals also get their money, that huge amount of money? So Lagos tried as much as possible to protect him. And now, even though he still has this EFCC case, Alaye is already running another scam. And that's exactly what they do every day. He's already running another scam that will also put his name back in front of your newspaper, on the front of your newspapers again, and say, oh, he's been caught in another hundreds of billions of scam, even though nothing will happen. But for somebody like myself, every day when I come across these guys, the question I ask myself is, those who probably do everything to defend these rogues, do they really know the level of the damages that the corruption of these criminals actually causes you or has cost you? But most of the time, I'm like, I don't really get the answer. It's like some are just there waiting for their own turn. So it doesn't really matter, does it? So he's back, and so are some of these Lagos boys. In Abuja right now, even when they say you are from, you are Yoruba, even if they say you are, even if you are a Yoruba, that doesn't give you the access that you think you're probably going to get. No. Even though within the Yoruba land itself, right, everybody know their level. If you are not from that Lagos caucus, you are just going to be hanging around to eat crumbs. So, and it's becoming more obvious, right? Whatever it is, Tinubu is doing, he's going to be doing, he's doing them with a supposed Lagos boys that built Lagos with him. Sure, you get. So they are the ones who are now building Abuja, Lagos boys. But do you know what the Lagos boys are doing? The Lagos cowboys. You know what they are doing? They are parking wherever they can park before the rest of you will even get an idea of the mess you have talked for yourselves. Allowing these rogues, right? So by the time they are done, when they are done, finally, Shebi Boko Haram sold NNPC, Abi, and it became NNCPL, Abi, PLC, Abi. By the time Tinubu is done with Nigeria, ask Old Rock that you are paying rent for, but you have no idea who is the landlord. You will know the landlord now. Okay? You will see many of your ministry buildings that will disappear because they had to build something else there. Many of those what you have called the government land across Nigeria, a lot of them will disappear and they will turn to private lands by the time Kolu is done. In all of this, none of their ideas or their moves or action will bring you anything good development, not electricity, not infrastructure, not security, not economy. You can write it down. This is not a wish. Because imagine when people will never build, people will not get business with rail line construction, and there they are. People will not get any business with electricity, There are those who, I mean, with electricity generation or distribution, the guy in charge of your power is got no business to be there. And there are so many of them like that. And if you look individually at majority of those around Tifnumbu, and whatever position they have given to them, you will realize that at least more than 99%, I mean, 99% of them are not really qualified for any of those. They've got nothing to actually have to eat. It's been how many months now? 10, Abby. And so now go wait till 80 years. Because you see, people around Tifnumbu are people who are supposed to just go. All they owe him is just to go there and say, thank you so much, Ashiwaju, for everything you have done for me and my family. We will remain grateful to you forever and never. And we will remain loyal to you, sir. So just said I should let you know, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And they walk away. That's all that matters. Anything else is just going to be a fair game. And you can tell from all of them as we speak. You've got 48 ministers. 48 ministers. And that should be that should be about 48 ministries, Abby. 48. Start naming them. Tell me which of them you will say actually qualifies to hold any of those positions other than because of their loyalty to Tifnumbu. They removed the lady. Lady they said supported Peter Obi or voted for Peter Obi. I don't know why anybody who knows what Tifnumbu represents will still want to work for Tifnumbu. Now take a look at this. Tifnumbu is surrounded by praise singers, career criminals, young and old, crooks. Okay. However, for those of you who now know that the only thing criminals does is criminality, act of crime, Abi, that's only what they do, crime. And if you put them anywhere, they will wreak havoc. That's what they do as criminals, right? So then somebody says, you know all of this, so you have known them, or you've seen APC for at least for the past 10 years, Abi. Now, you sat somewhere and you say, Tifnumbu invited you to come and work, or Tifnumbu gives you an appointment. How could you go and collect an appointment from Tifnumbu or APC? Living in Nigeria all this while. And say, we need to go inside and contribute our quota. Quota, we really won't contribute. So now you then they wait for me, you can't clean the mess, Abi. So to you, that appointment of what do you call it, Bajensimi appointments, the ones that you probably craving as your own share of this their national cake. How could Bokwari give you an appointment to come and work inside its government and you say you are doing it for Nigeria? Who built this Olori Buruku where they deceive themselves? Tifnumbu, the man that rigged an election, forced himself on the entire country, and indeed, pretty much like a state capture. And then suddenly, they invited you to come and they gave you an appointment to come and work for them. You're like, I'm just doing it for Nigeria. Oh, that's what they do. And that's what this lady that they said voted for Peter Obi. Suddenly, her name popped up. Tifnumbu has given her appointment to join the Central Bank of Nigeria to come and help Tifnumbu work on the economy. And at the end of the day, found out that, she supported Labour Party. No, we do not want anybody that supported Labour Party to come and work inside Tifnumbu's government. They are enemies. They will be betrayers. So the lady got removed. And then obedient, some obedient trying to they're trying to kind of spin it and say, no, she rejected it. Or they look what don't be saying not too smart. Some of you now or there. And sometimes your dancing is actually something you intentionally make. Okay. Listen to me. When they announce before they announce your name for anything, right? They will reach out to you and say, come on, we are giving you this appointment from the so and so. So send your CV. So you have to send your CV. You have to reply the email and send your stuff back to them. And when you send it back to them, right, they will now sort of get back to you and say, oh, congratulations, you have been offered this appointment. Here you get. But the first time they message you, you are supposed to be the one to alert the word and say, I don't want. Please, I don't want your appointment, please. Thank you very much for the offer, for the consideration, but I don't want it. No, they won't do that. Now, when their name don't enter the news, you go to hear say, and then you know the APC, Egbe, those ones who are telling you that politics is over, election is over, let us work together, let us blah, 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 yeah. You just see them, they will go mad. And I don't blame them. Should I tell you that a lot of them, well, anyone who is probably saying they believe in APC, Egbe, they are lying to you. They are only waiting for their turn. A lot of them do not have anything for Nigeria. They don't even like Nigeria. Like every of their action means they don't like Nigeria. APC, Egbe. Here you get. So you see all those hatred, all those divisive rhetoric, all those tribal nonsense that you saw them do during the election. Many of them were doing it. They are putting in the effort so that when the power comes and they can be appointed, they can enjoy, they can share in the loot and all of that stuff. But unfortunately, majority of them are unemployable. They are only good to be used for such political divisive and other nonsense. They are not good. I mean, they are not useful beyond that. So when they hear that somebody is being given appointment under Tinubu and this person is not APC, is not supporting Tinubu, or more they go run mad. You will see them go crazy. Or more you go they believe say, oh, but kilo little you know. Why are they mad like this? Kilo to you. Why is it so? It'll be like say somebody just killed their children or killed their babies, or like the people that our enemy, you are giving our enemy appointment, you are giving our enemy, so they will now withdraw. So sorry, our people are not happy that we